Have you ever noticed how easy it is to talk about what we want? We talk about the business we're going to start, the weight we're going to lose, the book that we're going to write one day, the relationship that we're going to improve, that podcast we're going to start up, or the YouTube channel we're going to start, the side hustle where we're going to make so much money, the promotion we're going to get at work, essentially the life that we've always imagined. We talk about it incessantly. We think about it incessantly, so much so that we dream about it. But here's a question that might make some of you uncomfortable. If you're not actively working toward it, is it really a dream or is it a wish? Because there really is a complete difference. A dream is something that you're actively pursuing, where a wish is something that you're sitting back and waiting for. And too many people confuse the two. Now, before you think that I'm coming at you, I want you to understand something. I've done this too. Many times, actually. I've had ideas I was excited about, things I talked about for months, sometimes even years. And I told people what I wanted. I told myself what I wanted. But if I was being honest, I wasn't actually doing a damn thing about it. I was hoping, I was waiting, I was telling myself, hey, I'll start when I have more time, or more confidence, more money, more experience, more certainty, just more. And one day I realized something big. The people who achieve the things that we admire aren't necessarily more talented than we are. They're just willing to do something that most people won't, which means they start and then they keep on going. Even when things get messy, even when it's uncomfortable, even when nobody is watching. You know, when I started creating videos, I had every excuse in the world not to. I didn't like how I sounded. I didn't like how I looked on camera. I thought people would absolutely judge me. I thought people would really just think I was a fraud. My first motivational video took me over 45 takes. That's 45. And when I finally recorded it, I absolutely fucking hated it. The quality wasn't great. The delivery wasn't polished at all. I actually almost deleted it. But here's the thing I did. If I had waited until it was perfect, I would still be right here waiting. So instead, I hit publish. And every video after that got a little bit better. And not because I dreamed harder, but because I worked harder. But because I took action. And that's where most people really get stuck, right? They think that motivation creates action when more often than not, action actually creates motivation. And you don't get confidence and then start. You start and it helps you build that confidence. You don't get clarity and then move. You actually have to move, which ends up creating clarity. And you don't wait for a path to appear. You got to take that first step. And then the path begins to reveal itself. So let me ask you something. What's the thing that you've been calling a dream? What's the goal that you've been talking about for months or maybe even years, many years? And more importantly, what have you actually done about it? Right? What have you actually done about it? Not what you've planned, not what you've researched, not what you've even talked about with others, but what have you really done? Because dreams don't become a reality through intention or just talking about it. They become a reality through action. And it could be small action, but consistent action and repeated action. And it's got to be every single day. So I have a challenge for you. I want you to stop calling it a dream if you're not willing to work for it. And I want you to either commit to it or just be honest with yourself that it's just a wish. Because the moment that you start taking action, even if it's imperfect action, the nice thing is it stops becoming a fantasy and it starts becoming a future. The life that you want isn't always built by what you say. It's built by what you do. So today I want you to take one step, one action step. Could be sending an email. It could be making a phone call. It could be just simply like me recording a video. I want you to write the first page. So if it's go to the gym, start the thing, right? Because a year from now, you'll either be glad that you started it or you'll still be talking about what you wish you had done. The choice really is yours. So if this message resonated with you, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to know what's one dream that you've been talking about for so long, but you haven't started working toward it yet. I want you to drop it in the comments, and more importantly, I want you to tell us one action that you're committing to take within the next 24 to 48 hours. Because talking about it doesn't change your life. Taking action does. So until next time, be inspired, live inspired. I want you to keep moving forward one step at a time.